You shouldn't talk about that. You know, there are other people say, well, you better not talk about the reptilians. Well, you know, bull. You know, why not?
Maybe she is a reptilian.
Okay, so is this somebody making a video that is a reptilian trying to show us? And that's why they recorded it this way.
Archaeological discovery in Egypt unearthed the figure of a pharaoh with reptilian features.
This is going crazy, man.
My body makes me like a shapeshifter. I can squeeze into anything.
You better lock in and buckle up, buckle! Because you're in for another creepy and scary TikTok reaction video. If you haven't already, please slap that like and subscribe button because we're diving into the creepiest, scariest, disturbing videos out. Because these disturbing and creepy videos might just change your entire reality and keep you up all night. Keep your head on a straight swivel. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. Bucko! Remember, this video is strictly for entertainment purposes only. It's up to us to distinguish fact from fiction. Activate submersible.
Kim Kardashian for Halloween wore a reptilian outfit. Many people are saying this is her true form. Maybe she is a reptilian. This looks very realistic. However, reptilians do not exist. There is a region within the human brain that is called the brainstem, which is also known as the reptilian brain. You use this part of the brain when you're in a survival state, fight or flight, eating and breathing. Essentially, this part of the brain does not think. It's always scanning the environment for food, threats, or even reproduction. This aspect of our brain is the lower mind, our animal self. Reptilians do not exist. Reptilians do not rule the world. But the reptilian brain at this moment in time is conquering human consciousness as a collective. Modern society only thinks about reproduction, food, and surviving. We are all stuck in fear.
I don't know, y'all. I don't know, man. It's certainly unique. I'll say that. Like, does she look like an alligator? No. So I feel like I don't really, like, because, I mean, like, the tail is certainly giving alligator, but, I mean, if I saw the rest, I would just be like, huh.
Because it's iconic. And I love to do iconic shit. These are all my kids' hands and our friends. We plastered all of our hands. I'm gonna get up close and show you. Okay, so these are all of my kids' hands. That one's mine with the nails. Look at this one with the knife. That's our chef's hand. We had so much fun doing this and plastering all of our hands. There's all these skeletons or skulls at the front door. And then when you get inside, there's even more. I'm gonna take a video at night so you can see. But my hallway has all the skeleton bones. I want to show you guys my hallway. Decorated for the holidays. These guys are pretty scary at night. Pretty creepy. Okay, I'm pulling up to the house.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. This is some next level evil stuff. Look at that. That's like you're in hell and they're raising their hands, coming back to life. You got an army of the dead. Like, this is basically, if you change the filter of this and made it red, this would literally be like you're inside of hell. This is ridiculous, y'all. Drop y'all thoughts below. Did you see the figures though? Look at the figures. Like, what are those? This is like something off Elden Ring, Diablo. Look at the characters though. That is out of control. How hard do you have to go? Drop y'all thoughts below. What is really going on here?
Why is no one else talking about it? Because Kim Kardashian, the world's on to you now. Now don't worry, I'm gonna show you guys. I mean, look, for years, people have always speculated that Kim Kardashian is not who she says she is. But people have always thought that in order to gain admission into Hollywood, they would have to do something like sell their soul. Now, some people are just subjected to humiliation rituals, but some are subjected to pure evil itself.
My body makes me like a shapeshifter. I can squeeze into anything. But no one trusted us. I don't know how to convince the guy that owns the original Maryland dress that I'm a shapeshifter.
You're telling me this ruined her career? But why is no one else talking about it? Because
Damn, she literally says she's a shapeshifter? Come on, y'all. This stuff ain't adding up. All that, the haunted house at her own home, the shapeshifting. Oh my God.
These photos of Kim Kardashian are very spooky, and this is more truth in plain sight. Why else would she choose this as a Halloween costume? I don't know. You tell me. Oh yeah, and TikTok, this is for entertainment purposes only. I'm just sharing a Halloween costume from Kim Kardashian. That's all I'm doing. This is more truth in plain sight. People need to wake up and realize what is going on, because they constantly tell you exactly who they are. They constantly tell you what they are about. This is why Kim Kardashian chose this for Halloween. Why else would she choose this for Halloween? I don't know. You tell me. Maybe I'm just being too much of a conspiracy theorist. Or maybe, just maybe, there's something more going on here. I don't know. You tell me. Wake up.
Wow, isn't she so creative? Oh my gosh, I feel like I've never... Wait, no, I have seen something like this before. Wait, this can't be, or, oh, well, I think I've seen it somewhere else too. This is close enough. This is definitely close enough. I'm pretty sure I've seen it a couple more places. Oh, right. This is where I first saw this. It says here in Genesis 3:14, "So the Lord God said to the serpent, because you have done this, cursed are you above all livestock and every beast of the field. On your belly will you go." I remember, because the serpents in the Garden of Eden weren't literal serpents that we see today like snakes, but rather they were a race of fallen angels. In fact, they stood upright and they walked with 2 legs. They are very humanoid in nature. This video is purely entertainment purposes only. We're only talking about Kim Kardashian's Halloween costume, which is extremely creative and artistic, and I haven't really seen anyone else replicate something like that, especially on Halloween.
Alright guys, you tell me, what is this supposed to be? She supposed to be a reptile? Is she supposed to be an albino alligator? I can't see an alligator, but I definitely see more reptilian than alligator. You guys gotta let me know your thoughts below. I feel it's only right that we really dive into Draco reptilians and all that. So we gotta go down that route, y'all. Let's see what we can dig up on reptilians, guys.
Race of reptilians called the Dracos, and they feel that they own this universe because they've been around here for so long. And they in fact owned this solar system for a long period of time, and they've been traveling around conquering everybody because they believe they have a right to. Now the reason why the reptilians,
they just were on the outer ice walls, like with the custodians. Like, just to substitute solar system, we got to do these type of mental gymnastics to try to get some truth, because they leaving us some type of breadcrumbs.
reptilians are the key in all of this, is because they want to conquer the whole universe, not just the 3rd dimensional realm, which is ruled by fear, which is the mirror. So they use fear to control everything from the 4th dimensional realm, because their agenda is to get up into the higher realms. They want to get up into the 5th dimension and the 6th dimension and 7th dimension to conquer it. But they can't, because they're rooted in fear. So what they decided to do was to get hold of some humanoid mammalian DNA and create hybrids, and to use like a Trojan horse to get into the 5th dimension. So through hybrid forms, they could get up into the 5th dimension to conquer it. So they created 9 prototypes. One with black skin, one with white skin, one with yellow skin, one with red skin, one with blue skin, one with green skin, one with brown skin, and I can't remember the others. And they put them in various places to see which one would develop and be the best vehicle. And the Dracos were quite happy for this to go along, because what happens is, within your DNA, you have segments that are reptilian. In fact, your brain at the top of your stem, the first part of it is reptilian, and then the other bits are tacked on. There's a midbrain, and then it divides into 2 separate brains. The left hemisphere and right hemisphere are separate brains. They work totally independently, and then they work through the causal callosum, I can't remember the exact name of it, which is the part that joins it together. So we are a genetic experiment. And the reason we're a genetic experiment is so that the Dracos can get into the 5th dimension. So they control everything. So let's have a look at, and they're still on the planet. They control many of the lower levels of the underground DUMBs, the deep underground military bases in the US. They control absolutely everything, and they control the Illuminati. They do everything through ritual. Everything is through ritual. So anything that you do, which is ritualistic, is tapping into your reptilian DNA. It's controlling you. You're not controlling it. How many people are aware of Kundalini Yoga or practice Kundalini Yoga? Okay? It's reptilian. The symbology is all reptilian. Because you are continually trying to raise your energy up through your spine. If Kundalini Yoga worked, you would do it once and you would attain that level and stay there, and you would have no need to do it again. But what happens? You get pulled back down again. It's like you've got a piece of elastic here, you stretch it up and it gets pulled back down again. Stretch it up because it's reptilian. The be in that heightened state of awareness. We have a tendency to overcomplicate absolutely everything. Source says there's nothing complicated in the universe. Everything is absolutely simple. But there are levels of complexity. But everything is simple. We are the only creature in the universe that complicates everything.
And here we go again with some speculation about you're hearing certain people, and I'm just going to call it the UFO community. You're hearing certain people say, okay, the Greys created us. You hear certain people say the Anunnaki created us. You hear certain people say the Reptilians created us. And that goes along with the Anunnaki, by the way, in case you didn't know, because Enlil, Satan, God of the Garden, he's a reptile. And it explains the rituals, it explains all of that, the blood sacrifices, the Viril, the things that you've heard about that sound absolutely fictional. These are things that we don't know for sure. And people claim fallen angels, fallen angels, fallen angels. If there are fallen angels, I'm going to say this, it would be them. It would definitely be them. They fit the bill. Now, I'm not saying it's what it is, but Alexander Retroff, this guy, he wrote a book called Red Granite. You can look him up. He's talking about the pyramids, the things of Egypt, the mysteries behind that. He also claims that he had another past life, and that he is a light being of some sort, and that he is here to make everybody be awoken to this and what's going on in this life. He is a psychic. He reads tarot cards, all this stuff. He's basically, without saying it, he's in the occult. And so he knows about this stuff, and he's very educated on this kind of thing. So you hear this, he's a writer. None of this says he's credible at all. I mean, but this is what he claims, that he's here from a past life and he knows what's going on, that the Dracos, he knows all about them, and that he's saying, like a lot of us say, it's a possibility that they are running everything. You hear about the chemtrails, you hear about and now we have possibility, I'm not saying it is, of all these wildfires and things they call wildfires. And you ask yourself, who's in charge of this? Are these plagues and these viruses? This is just conspiracy saying, that it could be that they're behind it, and it's possible. And for people that don't believe in this, you're going to be it's going to be a very sad situation when the truth is exposed, and you have to learn that this is not just fiction and it's possibly real. Not to mention, I did a video a while back, the Simpsons did a prediction video about this, the reptiles. This crazy Simpsons thing, there's something to it. The list goes on and on with these theories, with this. You can tell me what you think about it.
You better start believing in monster stories, 'cause you're living in one, bucko.
Entertainment purposes only, of course. But I want to see what the Simpsons had to say, y'all.
America, take a good look at your beloved candidates. They're nothing but hideous space reptiles. It's true. We are aliens. But what are you going to do about it? It's a two-party system. You have to vote for one of us.
He's right. This is a two-party system.
Well, I believe I'll vote for a third-party candidate.
The song Shake It Off was about how I shed my skin every 1,000 years. And the song Bad Blood was about how I drink blood out of my Grammys.
A toast to blood.
Save some blood for Paul Rudd.
Look how he's looking. Oh, man. How crazy is this photo, though?
People are real.
This was originally a reptilian-dominated planet. There was a disaster on Mars. The humanoid forms took refuge on the surface of the Earth, and these guys have been at war against each other for a long time. The reptilian humanoids, they're from the Earth's natural evolution. They're physical in form. Some of the more primitive ones live near the surface, and the other more intelligent and larger population groups are underground. There's other reptilian humanoids that also seem to be coming from another dimension. This was originally a reptilian-dominated.
Hold on, let me read this. Up from the dark web, an actual photo from long time ago of a Draconian who lived among humans in a small town in the Netherlands. People thought he had a strange illness and were afraid to touch him, but he never knew who this beast really was.
Types of reptilians. Also, there's many different types of reptilians. There's, taller draconian ones, there's shorter ones, there's just many different types. So it's going to vary differently, but usually they come from a similar type of, species or subspecies, so they have some of the same problems when they incarnate here. The same thing with avians. A lot of people have been blue avians, red avians, many different types of avians, but they tend to have some of the same issues or some of the same strengths when they incarnate here, not always. Also, there's many different types of reptilians. There's, taller draconian ones, there's shorter ones, there's, a lot of people have
Blue avians? That's a new one. I never heard of that. What are those, like bird people? We got reptilians and we got bird people? Avians? That's new.
You shouldn't talk about that. You know, there are other people say, well, you better not talk about the reptilians. Well, you know, bull. You know, why not? According to the Andromedans, they're responsible for 31,712 disappearing in the last 25 years from the United States. These were food. And I'm supposed to just shut up and not say anything about it because people don't want to hear it? That's tough. That's tough. You know, Westchester County...
That's extremely tough. Oh my goodness.
In the last 5 years, 3,000 in Westchester County, New York, have vanished without a trace. Where are they going? Why are we allowing this to happen? And why should people want to stay in denial about it?
Now, how are they able to do this? How are they able to? How are they able to? How are they able to do it? How are they able to come up out of this from underground and do it? Or do they have?
There are tunneling systems everywhere. They're being helped by the Greys, and also there are groups within the higher echelon that are actually...
Ah, it's muted. Damn, they muted it. He's saying some crazy stuff for entertainment purposes only, but he's not lying about that tunnel system.
We've been told you shouldn't talk about that. You know, there are...
The tunneling systems, though? The Greys, I'm telling you guys, the Greys, it was an ancient war back in the day. From the breadcrumbs we're being left with, I'm talking about the outer lands, the custodians, Greys, reptilians, whatever. Man, it was some type of ancient war before these resets, y'all. Damn, I knew this reptilian stuff, man, this is going crazy, man.
This is the Draconian codex and culture. Let's get into it. Now let's start with the Dark Draconians. They live in complete service to self with the ideology that if the individual is taken care of, then the collective will be taken care of and better off. But this resulted in taking what you want even at the expense of others. Fear is candy to them. Love is weakness. Deception, malice, and hate. This is what they live by. They live farthest away from consciousness as they want to be separate from source or the creator, as they believe this is true freedom, power, and strength. They believe that they're meant to be rulers of the universe and typically take over planets and take the populace either as slaves or a food source. And this has resulted in millions of years of wars, started in Lyra where the humans versus reptilians trope started. Deception is key to them, and they like to take over planets from the inside, and by the time the civilization realizes what's happening to them, it's already too late. They have a caste and status system based off of physique, with dragons and reptilian overlords being at the top. They teach their children from young that humans are the Drac of the universe, meant to be slaves or food, and that...
Damn, he's going through there. Look at all those people. Why do we keep seeing these praying mantis? Man, this story's matching up about Hollow Earth. I'm sorry.
Meant to be slaves or food, and that they are the true rulers of this universe and we're here first. They have zero emotional attachment to their children, and if one dies based off of any circumstance, they see it as the child was weak. Positive reptilians, on the other hand, are super cool because they have this deep understanding that being connected to the super consciousness is true power. Positive reptilians have this amazing power of being master healers, warriors, and teachers. They want to help dark beings across the universe and the galaxy transition into a higher vibrational lifestyle and see the truth that it's actually the opposite of what they were taught, that love is true power. This is the Draconian codex and this is the Draconian codex and
the Draconian codex. How do y'all find out about this stuff? What is... We are officially in Dark Waters 9. If you don't know already, now you know. Hit the like and subscribe button. You are officially in Dark Waters 9 territory. Guys, this isn't the first snake scroll we've seen to all the OG dark water explorers. This is not the first snake skin scroll we've seen. But this one had a literal alien in that mug, man. Draconian law. Look at this. Look. What is that, a succubus? What is that? That's not cuneiform. This isn't Paleo-Hebrew. It's not Hebrew. What language is that? They got the TriStar. What language is that? I hear y'all right now. Chuck, it's not cuneiform, it's cuneiform. Let me say cunei, alright? That was downright creepy. Draconian law. You saw the succubus. You see this damn... I don't even know what that is. Unbelievable, dude. What is this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below.
Okay, so is this somebody making a video that is a reptilian trying to show us? And that's why they recorded it this way? Or is that a contact lens? Watch it carefully. Because the actual reptilians, when they do shapeshift and they do their eyes, it does have a thing that comes over their eyes just like that. So let's watch it again. Is this somebody showing us up front, hey, look, we're here, we're amongst you right now, and you just don't know it? But you know what? Some of us do know it, and some of us have seen and communicated with these things. Yes, we have. Just so you know. Watch it once more. Is that a contact lens? What's going on? That's how it works, actually. Even if it's real, that's how it works. It slides over like that. So that's pretty cool. So tell me, guys, have we just witnessed somebody actually recording themselves, showing, hey, look, I'm a reptilian, and this is us, and we are here, and we are among you? Leave your comments. Let me know what you think.
Guys, that's hard to fake. I'm sorry. They got me fooled, because that is hard to fake. That reminds me straight off of Men in Black. He blinked 2 different sets. One blink and then another blink. That's hard to fake, y'all. There's no way. Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Did we finally get a real one or what? One more time, y'all. Sheesh. Unbelievable.
So tell me, guys, have we just witnessed somebody actually recording themselves, showing, hey, look, I'm a reptilian, and this is us, and we are here, and we are among you?
This is a banger. This is definitely a banger, y'all. Oh man, bangers left and right at y'all, man. What you gonna do? You got bangers coming at you right and left. What are you gonna do, man? It's your boy JetskiChucK. Oh my God.
Culture.
In mid-October of 1964, kissing cousins Elizabeth and Philip paid a royal visit to a Catholic residential school for Aboriginal children in Kamloops, British Columbia, Canada. William Coombs was 12 years old at the time of the royal visit. "I was an inmate at the Kamloops school when we were visited," said Coombs. "I remember it was strange because they came by themselves, no big fanfare or nothing. But I recognized them, and the school principal told us it was the Queen, and we all got given new clothes and good food for the first time in months the day before she arrived. The day the Queen got to the school, I was part of a group of kids that went on a picnic with her and her husband and some of the priests. We went down to a meadow near Dead Man's Creek. I remember it was weird because we all had to bend down and kiss her foot, and she was wearing a white lace boot. After a while, I saw the Queen and her husband leave the picnic with 10 children from the school, and those kids never returned. They took away those 10 kids and nobody ever saw them again. We never heard anything more about them, and we never met them again even when we were older. They were all from around there, but they all vanished." The group that disappeared was 7 boys and 3 girls in age from 6 to 14 years old. They were all from the smart group in the class. 2 of the boys were brothers, and they were matey from Quesnel. Their last name was Arnoux, or Arnold. I don't remember the others, just an occasional first name like Cecilia, and there was an Edward. What happened was also witnessed by my friend, George Adolph, who was 11 years old at the time and a student there too. But he's dead now. William Coombs, the sole survivor, was scheduled to appear as the star witness at the International Tribunal into Crimes of Church and State in London, England. But
look how evil he... Look, I can see the resistance from the kids from the back of their neck. They like, I don't know about this.
William Coombs never made it to the tribunal. He died of unknown causes shortly before he was scheduled to testify. Reverend Kevin Annett, a former minister of the United Church of Canada, believes that William Coombs was murdered to stop him from speaking out about the royal abductions and other crimes of murder and torture that he had witnessed at the school.
In a nutshell, what happened was I was letting people speak from the pulpit about the crimes I'd seen in the residential school, the murders and that. I also found out about the land deals that were happening where the church was selling off native land to big logging companies for kickbacks. And I wrote a letter about that to the church. I was fired without cause and eventually thrown out of the church without any due process at all. But that one thing led to another, and I began to work a lot more with the survivors after that, the eyewitnesses to these crimes.
This entire video is for entertainment purposes only. Do your own research on everything.
But you do know that reptilians and Draco, the blood sacrifices, the whole Luciferian thing, that humans, et cetera, and used for slaves in other colonies, etc.
I hate to say that, but that's far worse than what you've just said.
It's far worse.
Yes, far worse. Frankly, we need help.
Yeah.
We need everybody involved in this. That's not a lie. We need help.
But you do know that reptilians and
how can it be more worse than that?
Okay, so these were in my email when I got home today, and I have a couple of more. And, I don't take... Okay, so these were in my email when I got home today, and I have a couple of more. And, I don't take it serious when I get these. I get so many, and supposedly these are real reptilian beings, and that they are in some type of suits. And this is what I was told. Now, I want to know who got close enough to take the photos of these. Because, you know, I've seen many photos that are just artificial intelligence, and it's just hard to tell. So, but I'm told these are real, so you be the judge. And here's some more. Now, where are they coming from if it's real? Okay, it looks like something straight off of the movie Star Wars. So, yeah, it gets better. It gets better. Yes, and I have this one. So, when you see these photos, the first thing you think, okay, it's a movie, okay, it's AI. And that's the first thing you're going to think, because AI creates all this stuff. And so, it's hard for me to take it serious when somebody sends me these photos. So, I'm going to let you guys decide. You tell me, what do you think? Is this just typical AI stuff, or could there be something to this? Leave your comments.
I think it's AI. It definitely has to be AI, man. Because, like you said, who's getting that close? But AI is getting better and better, man, every single day. When you sleep and you wake up, AI is getting better. So, this time next year, they're going to have full-blown movies done by AI. You know? So, it's going to be super hard to tell the difference.
What was this commercial from the 90s trying to tell us?
Hey, little dude, sing your mama and daddy.
What was this commercial from the 90s trying to tell us?
Hey, little dude, send your mama and daddy out of the room. I gotta get you up on this. You know who I am. Snake, dealing in your choice. Take one hit and you'll do anything to cop more. Steal from your mama, lie, cheat on your homeboys. But hey, that's the price you pay when you deal with dudes like me. Now, some folks will tell you that I'm dealing in poison. But hey, do I look like the kind of guy that would do that to a kid like you? Yes.
So in a commercial, he said, do I look like I am the type of person to do something like that to a kid like you? And then he started, turning into a reptilian. I just find that, very, very interesting considering all the things that we know about the reptilians. You ever heard the saying, the wolf in sheep clothing? Kind of remind me of this movie, They Lived. It's free on Tubi if y'all want to go watch it.
A recent archaeological discovery in Egypt unearthed the figure of a pharaoh with reptilian features. The figure with a leathery surface suggests it's not a statue, but a real being reported to be 9 feet 2 inches tall with an injury under its left armpit. Maybe its cause of death. It wasn't mummified. Instead, it was buried unmarked in the Valley of the Kings. Boise Bigfoot is the purveyor of Bigfoot and cryptids alike. Join us on this journey as we search the depths of our planet to unlock the secrets of these cryptid creatures.
If the Ninja Turtles and Godzilla had a baby, this would be what I think this would look like. What in the world? What type of catastrophe is this? 9'2" with an injury under its left armpit. How real is this one, guys? Have y'all heard about this? They said it was 9'2", 9'2".
So they have 3 layers of reptilian hierarchy that they had here on our planet running us. And that's how they was able to keep all 3 of these ice walls up around us, keeping us separated from each other. You see the ice walls? Antarctica, more land around Antarctica, then there's another ice wall around that land. And then there's more land outside of that ice wall, and there's another ice wall around that land. That's what they did when they landed. And notice it's still in a circle. So when they made their globe, they just kept the same circle format, but filled it in with this. Do y'all see it? They kept the same. They told us the truth. They showed us the truth. Look at the circle. But instead of showing the little land masses, they drew this. I'll repeat it if it's skipping. Very important. Very important.
This one's we starting to get a little somewhere now, man. This is we starting to get somewhere. Hollow Earth, Outer Lands we surrounded. All right, y'all. This looks like it's got some juicy information. So We're gonna go through it, man. We're already our oxygen levels. What's our oxygen levels at? Man, this is administered 30 cc's of albuterol sulfide. All right. The reptilians are known for their infiltration methods and for their masquerading as light beings and seemingly siding with the benevolent influx of knowledge, but creating and channeling false data, subtly presented to give you enough truth or create deception. Subtly, I believe that's like a spider web. You'll walk through a spider web and you won't even know it's there. I'm probably saying the word wrong. Subtly, I'm sorry. The Dracos are now behind much of the satanic rituals and widespread black magic, which has been on the increase for some time and is acknowledged in much literature, including government reports and books. The Dracos can apparently infiltrate and manipulate the human race by either taking out the human form when it contains sufficient reptilian genetics and shapeshifting this form between humans and Dracos, or can as detached beings control a human body with requisite proportions of genes. Nevertheless, let us empathize that the basic reptilian race is benevolent and, for example, the contributed towards the plane for a human species of Earth, even if they did present challenges and were persistent as observers at the time for thousands of years. In fact, an anti-reptilian prejudice runs through our solar system. According to Anna Hayes' material, we can trace the Draco's lineage to the Seraphim, who has digressed from Saphra. I don't know what's going on. From this Seraphim ancestry, both the bird and reptilian lines developed, and also this made its particular contribution to the human DNA. These reptilians consider themselves one of the oldest races in the universe and superior to other species. They live a life based on fear and one which does not honor other life forms. They live off the nourishment of fear in others. They have set Earth up with devices that can broadcast and magnify the emotional turmoil on this planet. The result of turbulent, chaotic energy is absorbed by them and sustains them. You know what that reminds me of? This reminds me of Randall Bogues, who was trying to get the Scare record, where Monsters Inc., they were sucking up all that energy, you know? And what do you know? He's a reptile. Oh my God. Yeah, looking like him. He's like, I got that same look behind these glasses, man. This is too much. Elder telling history of Anunnaki and the spell of reptilians. What in the world?
This is the 12th part of the video. The Nubian people, not only here in the West, but all over the world, have been put under a hypnotic spell. It is the spell of the dollar bill, also known as the spell of Leviathan, Kingu, the Great Seal of the United States, which was put on you in the 1600s AD, when the ruling class of slaves called Amir or Amir were brought here from North Africa. The spell was reinforced in 1983 AD. The spell is the reason why Nubians all over the world cannot unite. What has happened is you Your people have been stripped completely of their abilities, qualifications, and their spiritual faculties, and placed in a spell of a state of materialism and discomfort. But just because you may reside in a particular country and speak its language does not entitle you to forsake your true name. We, the children of the Elohim, are solely concerned with providing the guidance and direction through the teachings of Dr. Malachi Zio. He came to break the spell, and the spell is being broken right now through right knowledge, right wisdom, and right understanding, which leads to right thinking, nuavu, sound, right reasoning. The spell was cast on our people by Inri, also called Nademud. He was jealous of his brother Enlil, son of Anu and Antum. He wanted the position of Enlil, also called Nunamnir. However, Enlil was the son of Anu, and his half-sister Antum, he became the leader or the legal successor according to Anunnaki's rules. This made Enki jealous of his brother Enlil. So this started a conflict and rivalry between the two brothers. So Enki and Ishtar, daughter of Nanar, Sin or Nana, and Nimgal got together and planned a plan with the evil reptilian Zuain, also called Anzu, Shachar, Humbaba, and Tarnush, to put a spell on the seed of Enlil. You Adamite Enosites. This spell was cast at the beginning of the first moon cycle, which occurred 6,000 years ago. The evil hypnotic spell was cast on you, upon Nubians, the original melaninite children of the descendants of the original woolly-haired beings, the deities bearing 9 ether, 9 to the 9th power of 9. This is the 12th father.
Man, I just know we on Dark Waters 9. That's the only 9 I know.
Check it out. Shapeshifter, right? That's what we're thinking. Okay, let's watch it again. This has been sent to me like 20 times for me to, analyze it to see what I think. Keep watching. Pay attention. Right there. That's the one that kind of gets me right there. You can see me snapping the screenshots while I'm watching this, trying to catch each frame, and that's what we're going to look at. We're going to look at each frame on when it happens, and we're going to see what's going on. So first off, this is what we have. And I have to rule out every possibility. Is this a movie? I don't know, and I haven't seen it if it is, although I'm sure the comments will say it with no information or no links to back it up. If you do have that information, please back it up. Don't say it, because if you say it and you can't back it up, it looks pathetic. So let's get started. We see this first frame right here. You can see me snapping these frames, and I'm just going to show you through each one, because we're going to look at it. This is a real thing. For me, it is. This is real. I'm not saying this video. I'm saying that this phenomena is very real, I think, considering personal things I've seen. Now, this video is more than likely AI. I'm going to go ahead and tell you that. But it might not be. So let's check it out. See this? Okay, now we see this. I've tried to lighten it up and clear it up, and look, usually when I do that, now I will say this, if it's artificial intelligence, it'll kind of gleam out, it'll fade out. I could not get the skull, the image to fade out whatsoever. I mean, it stayed solid, so
that looked like a straight skull. Look at it. Skull with no skin. That's terrifying.
That could have some authenticity to it. So let's check this next frame. Okay, then you can see this here. And actually, I got those two frames crossed up, and the other one goes after this one. So let's watch this one. I'm not going to even go back try to correct the video. We'll just go back. All right, so this is actually the second frame. Okay, so check that out. Let's go back. This is third frame. Now, right before she turns all the way around, this is what happens. this guy looks terrified. I don't have him on this image, but this is what ends up happening. That's the same person right there. Now, is this an AI generated? Is it AI generated content where this guy just looks like that the whole time and they've added everything else to me? Who knows? I'll let you leave the comments. You tell me. You tell me what's going on. Is this a shapeshifter?
Oh my goodness. Who is this guy? One Guitar Miles. One Guitar Miles. Shout out to One Guitar Miles for these bangers. Unbelievable. That looked like a straight skeleton skin. I guess a skinwalker.
We're different from the president. We're very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have. We're different from the president. We're very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have. We're different from the president. We're very discreet, reptilian, cold-blooded. These are the races we have.
Unbelievable, guys. They're literally saying it in our face. I don't even know who this is. I have no idea who this person is. But you just don't say reptilian, all right? You just don't say that.
The reptilian empire, which is very large, and it consists of approximately 21 star systems in this part of the galaxy that they have taken over. And when they take over a planet,
when they say galaxy, they got to be talking about Earth realm. I'm sorry. When they say a part of this galaxy on Sector 52, they got to be talking about this Earth realm outside our outer walls. I just got to say that.
They usually turn the inhabitants into slaves. Not direct slaves, but indirect slaves, because they want them to continue to be productive. And we were just going to be part of that empire.
Would you say that we are currently under the control of reptilians?
I think so. They control the media, they control the banks, they control the educational system, they control religion. What's left?
So what is the actual process towards awakening that humans can achieve? How do we kick our rulers aside and activate our own potential?
The main advantage that we have is our consciousness. According to an alien by the name of Kyla, who came here from the Procyon system, well, we have the ability to reach into the higher dimensions. The reptilians do not have that ability. That's why they try and keep us dumbed down. If we could raise our consciousness, not very much really, to the point where we see what they're all about and understand what it's all about, the game is over. Mm-hmm. They can't win here.
They said directly from a reptile named Kyla. Unbelievable.
This is a game. Y'all think this is a game? This is who our enemies are, right here. See that? They're half-breed reptilian races. Draco and reptilians are different races. These are the ones that we have been taking out. This is a game. Y'all.
Part 1.
Speed to a country now called Reptilian who defected from the
The Draconians. Part 1. The Draconians. Part 1.
Earth of Horus. Those that don't know say that the Dogons got their information on Sirius from the Egyptians. However, according to the Dogon, they got their knowledge from travelers from beyond the stars, who traveled from the planet attached to Sirius B and who landed on the Earth and bred with them. As a matter of fact, the Dogons were the descendants from the Egyptians. These travelers from beyond the stars that came and bred with the Dogons were reptilians. These reptilians came from Sirius B. They traveled to Earth once their sun or star Sirius B collapsed, becoming very dense, also known as a white dwarf. When the planet-sized ship called Procyon a binary star in the constellation Canis Minor, which is the Greek name for Nibiru, meaning planet which crosses the skies, or planet of the crossing passed by Sirius B. Its presence drained the energy from the sun, and it caused this great star Sirius B to collapse. Sirius B had 2 planets. The Narians Greys were on one planet, and the Nomos Reptilian were on the other. Both planets rotated around Sirius B. So when their sun died, they, the inhabitants of Sirius, followed Nibiru through the Milky Way, one chasing the other. They took residence on Earth, in a country now called Mali, which is where the Dogon lived. The reptilians have been breeding and living with humans for centuries. They are humanoid in shape and reptilian in heritage. Their leaders are the Draconi. They are from Draco, a constellation in the polar region of the northern hemisphere, near Cephus and Ursa Major, also called the Dragon. The reptilians stand from 8 foot down to 6 foot in height, with dark green scaly skin. Their leader is Harton. Harton is a reptilian who defected from the reptilians while on Earth and reformed to fight against the reptilians on behalf of humans. He is the commander of the Ashtar Command. There are 16 kinds of reptilians seen these days by abductees. There is a type of species of reptilians called the gargoyles that have special wings, which are flaps of skin supported by long ribs of the trachona. Some reptilians can either lay eggs or bear by larvae, and some of them are of neutral gender and reproduce like lizards. The male species nurtures the eggs and the females just lay them. These beings are also known as the dragon race or the whip-tailed lizards, and the symbology usually includes a winged serpent. There are elements of their species which do not have wings, the soldier class and the scientists. The Narians and the Maccabians are really a crossbreed between humans, greys, and the reptilian species. There are
follow for part 2, because we about to dive deep.
How do they get this information? What manga are they reading to know this? All right, y'all. I didn't find part 2, but this is what I found.
Alpha Draconis. Draco, the great dragon. And some of the original name for the Egyptians were called the Draconians. That great dragon is also called Typhon. So they become Typhonian, Draconian, and another name called Ophidian. So you get the word Draconian. You say, yeah, those ideas are very draconian, which means they are the ultimate ancient. But it means the dragon. Your word dragon.
Man, keep your head on a swivel. Eat the meat, spit out the bones. If you see some gems or a little bit of meat, hold on to it. If you see some bones, spit it out. Eat the meat, spit out the bones on this video, man.
Guys, I just want to talk about how I am literally like this Draconian. I am so hot. I like literally turn myself on. Like, if you guys see any type of reptiles that look really, really hot, it's definitely my templating, because I am fly. Like, fly. Okay. I mean, I am. Love you guys. Bye.
I see this whole entire Draco reptilian is a whole nother world going on. Who knew it got this deep?
I just want to take a minute to touch on the gift that is reptilian energy. And as usual, I'm sure this video will attract a lot of people who are still in 714 energy and don't yet truly understand emotional balance, understand as within, so without, understand that their obsession and demonization of things they simply don't understand make them look foolish, not enlightened. Anyway, I'm ready for that. But what I want to talk to you guys about is the fact that reptilian energy can be a great gift. Now, in my previous video, I touched on the fact that my sun sign, which aligns with my actions, is a direct correlation or aligns directly with, or is the same degree as the fixed star Deziban, which is a star in the Draco constellation. Hence, the influence that reptilian energy has on my life, on my behavior. Now, it is the fact that I have resonance with this energy that I can confidently sit here and say that I am a super empath. I am not merely a standard empath. I have full awareness of both my dark and light aspects. Because I've also mentioned to you guys that my moon sign aligns directly with, or is conjunct to, or is the same degree as the fixed star Regulus in the Leo constellation, the heart of the Leo constellation, also representative of the Archangel Raphael. So you are talking to someone, or listening to someone, whose two primary energies align with two beings who couldn't be more opposite, okay? When you talk about any sort of lore or mythology or stories associated with these kinds of beings, with archangels and reptilians, they're typically foes. I'm essentially half healer, half herder. Half healer, half harmer, right? But there's a gift in this. There's a great gift in this. And I definitely acknowledge the gift that is the reptilian energy, because it allows me to see things the way they are instead of simply the way I am. I am able to step outside of emotion and see things in a more objective manner. Not many people can do this. Most people are so washed up in their own emotional state that they cannot see things in a productively objective manner. And these two energies combined with my name energy, right, which is an additional L energy, which is the goddess Demeter, right? All of these energies contribute to my I. Now, when you want to talk about twin flame connections, my twin flame holds these energies as well. My twin flame sun sign is the star right next to mine in the Draco constellation. I forget the name of it. His moon sign is... His moon sign is the fixed star Antares, which is representative of the Archangel Uriel. We have similar eyes, yet very different eyes at the same time. Now, I say all of that to say this. The reason I even brought up the twin flame thing is because of the fact that I recognize that still a lot of people like to place the label of twin flame on someone that is actually simply a soulmate. There's actually astrological proof that serves to support this kind of a connection. It's not something you can just decide. It's not something you just make up. It's literally an energetic counterpart. When it is an energetic similarity, that is a soulmate, not a counterpart. Okay, we're talking about two very different beings with two very different perspectives, but these perspectives hold the same amount of power. Okay, these beings hold similar energies. So think of it this way. I am incredibly self-assured. I am incredibly confident in my perspective, as is he. So do you think that that's going to contribute to us agreeing a lot of the time? No, we disagree constantly. Our perspective.
All right, y'all. I can't do it. Lean not on your own understanding. All right, y'all. What a episode. What a banger. If you made it this far, put the code word for today is reptilian. If you made it this far, put reptilian in the comments so I know you're real. You made it all the way through to the end. Woo! This was a banger. Lean not on your own understanding. Keep your head on a swivel. You know, this is too much. Where are y'all getting this information from, man? Where's the salvation at? Y'all just living to live? What's going on here? Somebody explain it to me, because I don't see the end game here. I don't get it. You know, it's... I don't know, y'all. This is too much. Y'all got to drop y'all comments in the below. We got to talk about this, man. This was another banger by your boy JetskiChucK. Man, I'm the best at this, man. They can't... All right, I'm trying to be humble, y'all. But, man, this is too much, man. Shout out to everyone that made it to me on Twitch on the mornings, man, so we can chill and vibe out. Your boy streams on Twitch every morning. Tomorrow I'm going to be up around, be ready around 10, 11 o'clock. I'm going to do my best. And yeah, we're going to be vibing out on Twitch on the mornings. Drop your thoughts below on the interesting parts. Code words Reptilian. It's your boy JetskiChucK with another creepy and scary video. So I'm going to see y'all in the next one. It's your boy JetskiChucK signing out. Peace.